Hey, it's Luna. You don't need to fix anything right now. Not your thoughts, not your life, not even how you feel. Just stay here with me for a moment and let your mind slow down. And if this is your first time here, you can subscribe to the channel so I can be with you again in moments like this. Now, just breathe slowly and allow yourself to arrive fully into this moment. There is nothing you need to do right now, nothing you need to solve, nothing you need to understand. Just listen and let everything else fade into the background. And now, as you settle into this space, you may begin to notice something very quiet happening inside you. A soft release, almost like your mind is slowly loosening its grip on everything it has been carrying. And you don't need to force this release. It happens naturally when you are given permission to stop for a moment. Because for so long, your mind has been doing things automatically, thinking ahead, replaying moments, trying to anticipate what comes next, trying to stay in control, trying to stay prepared. And there is nothing wrong with that part of you. It was only trying to help you. But right now, you are allowed to set it down, just for this moment. And you don't need to do it perfectly. You don't even need to notice exactly when it happens, because your body understands rest in a way your thoughts sometimes forget. And as you continue to breathe, you might notice your shoulders beginning to soften slightly, your jaw becoming less tight, your forehead relaxing without effort, and your breathing becoming a little slower, a little deeper, a little more natural. And nothing is being demanded from you here. There is no expectation, only space, only pause, only this moment. And in that space, you might begin to feel something you haven't felt in a while. A sense that you are not being pushed by life right now, that you are simply here, existing, breathing, being, and that alone is enough for this moment. And now, as your awareness begins to quiet down, your thoughts may still appear, but they begin to feel different, less urgent, less heavy, less demanding of your attention. And you don't need to hold on to any of them. You can allow them to pass through your mind, like distant sounds fading further away. No need to follow them, no need to analyze them, no need to engage with them. Just let them move, and as they move, something else becomes more noticeable underneath. A quiet space, a steady presence, a part of you that is not affected by the movement of thoughts. And that part of you has always been there, even on difficult days, even in moments of stress, even when everything felt like too much. It remained steady, and now you are beginning to reconnect with it, not by effort, but by allowing everything else to soften. And as that happens, your mind begins to feel less crowded, less full, more open, more spacious. And in that space, there is nothing you need to fix, nothing you need to change, only a quiet awareness that you are here, and you are safe enough in this moment to slow down. And as this quietness deepens, you may begin to notice a subtle shift in how things feel inside you. Not dramatic, not sudden, but steady, like something inside you is gently reorganizing itself. And you don't need to control that process. It happens naturally when pressure is no longer leading the mind. And from this calmer place, your nervous system begins to soften its intensity, just slightly, just enough for you to notice a difference. And in that difference, there is space. Space to breathe, space to exist without urgency, space to not react to everything immediately, space, something important begins to form, a sense of emotional safety, not because everything outside has changed, but because your internal experience is becoming less reactive, less tight, less overwhelmed. And from here, you may begin to see your thoughts differently, not as commands, not as truths, but as passing experiences. And you don't need to fight them. You don't need to believe all of them. You can simply observe them and let them move through. And in doing so, you begin to regain something very important, a sense of inner stability, a sense that you are not your thoughts, but the awareness behind them. And now, as you continue to rest in this quieter state, your mind becomes more open to new ways of perceiving life, not through force, but through softness, and you may begin to notice something subtle shifting. Life doesn't feel as heavy in this moment, not because everything is solved, but because your mind is no longer resisting everything at once. And in that absence of resistance, clarity begins to appear. A softer clarity, a calmer perspective. And from here, old patterns of scarcity begin to loosen. Thoughts of not enough, slowly losing their emotional weight. And in their place, something more stable begins to form. Trust, calmness, inner steadiness. And you begin to feel more open toward life again. Not because you are chasing anything, but because you are no longer closing yourself off. And this is where abundance begins to shift internally, not as something you acquire, but as something you allow. Because when your mind is no longer in tension, life feels more available, more open, more spacious. And now, as you remain in this calm awareness, your subconscious mind continues its quiet work, organizing thoughts, releasing unnecessary tension, creating new patterns of response, without effort, without pressure, without needing you to do anything at all, and you don't need to observe it happening. It works best when you simply rest. And as this continues, you may begin to feel a version of yourself slowly becoming more present, a calmer version, a steadier version, a version that is not overwhelmed by everything at once. And this version of you is not new. It is simply unburdened. And I'll stay here with you a little longer as everything becomes quiet again. You don't need to hold on to anything now. Just rest. And if you want to stay connected with this feeling, you can subscribe so I can be with you again in moments like this. And if you want to support this space, you can leave a like. It helps this message reach other people who also need a moment of calm. But for now, there is nothing else you need to do. Just breathe and let go a little more. Good night or good day. I'm Luna, and I'll be here